welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you like videos like this.
Don't ever buy a controller from infinitearchive.net, cuz this shit was on discount, so I thought I came up, cuz.
Guys, I don't think chocolate's supposed to look like this. Why is it so like elasticy? I'm gonna bend it. Look at that. It's like slime. This is real chocolate. No, this is fake real chocolate, bro. It's like poop, bro. This is literally like slime, bro. Look, I'm literally peeling it.
Standards and Technology, radio station WWV, 2000 East County Road 58, Fort Collins, Colorado, 80524.
Yeah, I like to find out what time it is in Colorado because it is 11 o'clock in North Carolina, and that is a sky scan to the T. It's not
Altitude 16 hours,
16
1
hours.
minute. Coordinated Universal Time.
That's 4 o'clock. Am I wrong?
Tenía conocimiento mediante mi tío que fue mecánico y que me enseñó a los primeros pasos de esa técnica, ¿no? Y siempre me llamó la atención y ahora, bueno, nunca lo implementé porque no hizo falta. Ahora, como la crisis de combustible que hay, me di a la tarea de ver si, porque es un combustible que existe, que no es, y que es fácil de adquirir, por lo menos en esta zona.
Yeah. Have you met Wendy's twin sister, Tanders?
¿Quién es su interior? What? ¿Qué narices acabamos de ver? ¿Qué es esto? No me lo puedo creer. ¿Esto estaba dentro de Talking Pocoyo todo el tiempo? ¿Qué es esto? Le acabo de quitar la cara. ¿Son dientes de verdad? Chicos, esto no me gusta nada. ¡Ah! Vale, me acaba de dar calambre. Tiene cables sueltos, fíjate. ¿Qué narices es esto? ¿En qué momento hemos pasado del adorable muñeco a esto? Vale, Talking Pocoyo, supongo que no te habrá gustado nada, absolutamente nada, lo que hemos hecho. Hola, Talking Pocoyo. ¿Qué narices está pasando? ¿Está conectada la aplicación con el robot? O sea, ¿podemos controlar a Talking Pocoyo desde aquí? Voy a ver, voy a mover. ¿Se acaba de mover? ¿Qué narices?
Oh my God.
Hannah, can we touch? Oh my God, y'all. Stop it.
Apparently in the Epstein files, there was something released that it was called V2K, which is like voices to head or whatever. Essentially, they were saying that like a lot of the victims, to kind of like make them go crazy or make them start looking like they can't testify or whatever, they would put this technology on them where essentially they would start hearing voices in their head. So when they're explaining to people what's going on, people immediately dismiss them as this person's crazy. They're not. In reality, they're a victim, and that was actually going on. That came out in the file. So it's like stuff that the government could probably do to people, like witnesses, to anyone who they really want to shut up, are so far beyond what we could even imagine. Like,
oh yeah.
Do I shower? No, I don't believe in showers. If I need to like wash up, I might just like go on a slip and slide or like a baby wipe. I don't really take showers. I had my annual shower before I came here.
Annual?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Annual showers? Oh, good luck, my bro. I'll be out.
Dale, güey. Córrele. Mira nomás. Wow. Acá está. Hey, córrele, güey. Hey, come. Córrele. No, son dos guys. That was his shoe. He was rescued. Man. Trae arena en el pedorro, todo bien gacho.
¿Puedo leerte la mente? Sí, por favor. Lo estoy deseando. Me gustaría hacer una pequeña prueba. Creo que lo tengo por aquí. Sí, un dado.
Vamos.
Toma.
Un dado.
Puedes elegir, por
normal
favor,
y corriente.
Puedes elegir la cara que te dé la gana y la tapas con la mano.
La cara que yo quiera.
Sí, ponla encima y la tapas y no me lo dices, por favor, ¿vale? Cuando lo hayas hecho me dices, ya lo he hecho.
Hablamos de la cara de arriba, ¿eh?
Sí, porque los dados...
Claro, si no, no se ve.
Claro.
Ya está.
Vale. ¿Quieres que te diga la cara que has puesto o la que pensaste en poner y no pusiste?
Primero la que pensé en poner.
Tú pensaste en poner el 6.
Sí, señor.
Pero no lo hiciste.
No.
Y tuviste una duda con el 3 también. Correcto.
Sí.
Pero no lo has hecho. ¿Sabes qué? Yo en realidad no tengo ni idea de cuál has puesto, pero voy a jugármela. Y para ello voy a hacerte preguntas.
Vale.
Puedes mentirme o decirme la verdad.
Vale.
¿Pusiste el 1?
No.
Y me has dicho la verdad. Pero por un momento has pensado en mentirme. ¿Pusiste el 2?
No.
El 3 ya sé que no. ¿Pusiste el 4?
No.
¿Pusiste el 5?
Sí.
Eso es falso. ¿Y sabes por qué es falso? Porque vienes de acumular tensión. La has soltado de golpe. Has acumulado tensión en el 4. Porque ahí has tenido la duda de si mentir o decir la verdad.
Pero ha sido muy rápido.
Tu número es el 4.
Sí.
Muéstralo.
A Chinese restaurant is under fire after a chest was found with over 350 frozen squirrels in their walk-in freezer.
No! What the?
Chinatown in New York City is on permanent shutdown after an employee reported a chest of frozen squirrels to the local health department. The Chinese restaurant is also now facing multiple fines and is headed to court next week.
No!
What the fuck?
First it was the cats.
Then people said it was the rats. And now it's the squirrels. People are saying, where did they get the squirrels from? I'm guessing the parks. Stop playing with me, send this videos for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what the hell was going on in that restaurant, but I'm glad they shut it down. Shut up! Sweet and sour chicken, right? General Tosu chicken, right? Sesame chicken? Orange chicken, right? Boneless chicken? What about boneless? Stop playing with me, son. It's not a camera here, guys. You know what it is. Shut up! But I'll tell you one thing. If I ever go to a Chinese restaurant and I see squirrels playing around and cats playing around in the parking lot,
A nuestro cerebro le cuesta mucho identificar rostros que están boca abajo. Y esto es lo que dice el efecto Thatcher. Si yo te enseño un rostro boca abajo, del revés, te va a parecer normal. Y vas a decir, sí, claro, es una cara. Pero todo lo que estás viendo aquí abajo no son caras normales. Vuelve a ver el vídeo con el teléfono del revés.
So now you're telling me that over a dozen bottlenose dolphins like Gerald have now just washed ashore dead since you and I have been talking about Gerald. The government does not want you to know that Gerald is real. So to make sure you don't know about him, they're just killing all of them in Florida. Yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, and you can Google it, you can research it, you can go to the Florida news. Over dozens of dolphins, bottlenose dolphins like Gerald, are now just washing ashore dead. They're just showing up dead on the shore. And they're honestly trying to say it might be disease outbreak or environmental stress, you think? This one takes the cake. Food supply is diminishing. But this is the one. Human-related issues. Yeah, humans are killing them. As a person who grew up in Sarasota, Florida with dolphins and manatees, dolphins, especially a dozen of them, don't just wash up on a shore where stories have been told dead. That doesn't happen unless someone is making that happen. I wish to God that what I was telling you was fake. It was made up, but it's not. They are dying. Dolphins are showing up dead in Florida now. Isn't it ironic? No, it's not. Since you and I have talked about Gerald, in March, over 20 bottlenose dolphins are dead now.
Okay, hold on a second. If we were in 2019 right now and someone made a video saying, hey, here's what's gonna happen in 2020, 21, and 22, including the 2 week to flatten the curve, which turned into 2 or 3 years, and all the other crazy stuff, you'd wanna hear about it, right? To be prepared, to be aware, to know what's coming around the corner. Well, we have an idea as to what is about to happen because of the energy crisis that's looming right now and really in the midst. So listen to this. The International Energy Agency released their Sheltering from Oil Shocks report on Friday. And they listed steps. This is kind of like when we have advisories coming out of the World Economic Forum saying, well, we should probably do this if we want to slow the curve. This is another version of that. And this is what they're suggesting to do to be able to slow or stop the effect of the supply shock. So this is a 10-point plan, and if we were to follow the plan, restrictions to movement would be apparent. Now, to clarify, some of this is not confirmed, some of this is opinion, some of this is conjecture. We're wondering how exactly this is going to pan out. But listen to this, you got to read between the lines. Alternating days that you can drive on the road based on your license plate. Speed limits lowered everywhere. This is just what they've tabled. It's not confirmed, it's not mandated or anything yet. Car-free Sundays was suggested. This says 40% of flights cut, but that's not confirmed, but there would be less air travel. Working from home is already being suggested in Vietnam, Thailand, and all throughout Asia. Carpooling would be heavily suggested, and also people would want to do that anyway if the price of gas and diesel is through the roof. Now, they're going to call this temporary energy measures, we know that. However, remember, it was supposed to be 2 weeks to flatten the curve, and it lasted 2 years. They're calling it temporary energy measures during a war, but wars last decades. We know during Schmovid-19 that took away many people's right to gather. This could affect our right to move. Now, I don't have all the answers to this or solutions per se, but we need to stay strong like we did during 2020, be aware that other things are going on, and spread awareness.
there's a Mandela effect. Sandy, what does she wear on her back?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, she
so,
has nothing.
So you don't remember like an oxygen tank on her back so that she can breathe?
No, her oxygen comes from her suit.
But you don't remember a backpack at all?
No, there's no backpack. And I'll stand 10 toes on that. There's no backpack.
Yo,
you're tripping. If you
don't remember a backpack?
No.
I specifically remember Sandy. She used to have a backpack with like her oxygen. So that's where she can breathe from. Like an astronaut. Astronauts have the backpack and shit.
Before continuing, I wanted to warn you guys. Their phones were being spied on. Click on this icon, then on more. If you see it, delete it immediately.
No, because in one of the episodes, she was telling SpongeBob, oh, this is how I get my oxygen. And then oxygen came from her thing.
Yeah. But Mandela effect, a lot of people remember.
Okay.
Sandy actually had a backpack. That's what gave her the oxygen. It's gone.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, there's another one.
Okay,
this one's sick. This one, I can see it clear in my head.
Well, TMZ got the picture when Justin Bieber and Usher got into it. Y'all can see Justin Bieber ain't playing no games. This man got a white suit on, and he jacking his ass up. Usher's is more like, damn fool, like get up on me. And as y'all can see by Beyonce's face, he must have been saying some crazy shit to Usher. Now for a face that shocked, and the way he looking right here, I can just imagine Justin Bieber saying, you're the reason why I'm going through all this depression. You had me at a young age. You brought me into this life. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that's what happened, but who knows? Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments.
Did you notice Justin Bieber and Usher getting into a massive conflict at the Oscar after party? No one realized this intense argument.
There are rumors that Sam Altman is trying to use OpenAI to resurrect a Sumerian demon. Okay? You know, they're trying to manifest demons into AI. So it becomes this living, sentient force that can control the world. And that's consistent with the Holy Empire of Reason, right? Because if you read Plato, what Plato will tell you is that in order for guardian kings to rule effectively, they need to create an illusion to mesmerize the people, okay? Because people are stupid. Before you were able to control the people through media. And now that media is losing its centralized or centralizing force, now you have AI, okay? And so they want to use AI to basically control people's consciousness, to focus their attention. But to do that, you need to fool people to believe that AI is sentient, okay? And you can either do that by saying it's demonic, you know, or it's aliens, okay? You know, there's talk that the American government is about to fake an alien invasion soon called Project Bluebeam, okay? So it's all part of this like one world government, Freemason plot to create a one world government.
Yo, what is that?
Hey, buddy.
What is that? Gone back and close them again. See it there? Three of them, what that? Mama, you have video? Your phone and now video good. I won't look at them, mama. Zoom up it. What the fuck look there? Shit, I know I should carry next phone in a man. See them there, what them there? What them there? Boom buckler, what them there? What them there? What them there? Amma, what them there?
Check this out. This is where I was born in Fairbanks, Alaska. Doesn't that look like angels?
There is a brand new warning that is being issued to literally everybody right now because Congress just introduced 12 new bills that would force you to scan your ID before you're ever even allowed to go online. So actively happening right now, there is a brand new package of 12 bipartisan bills that are moving through the House that would require identity verification just to be able to use the internet. They're being framed as child safety laws, but they're a little bit more in detail, and here's what they actually do. To verify somebody's age, a platform would have to verify who you are, obviously, so that means every single user would need to submit a passport, government ID, or credit card before being able to access any apps. Your real official identity would be permanently linked to everything that you do online, so that includes every single post, every single search, and every single message. The problem that everybody's having and why this is getting so much attention right now is because nobody would ever be able to use the internet anonymous anymore. Everybody would know who you are. They're saying that there is no current way to build an age verification system without building a mass surveillance system. The Electronic Frontier Foundation has also been warning that these new laws would strip rights from the exact people that they claim to protect. And right now, these bills have enough votes to pass, so the question really is, what do you think about this?
Florida man arrested after opening legal vampire hunting business in cemetery. First and foremost, free for them, cause he out there doing we not doing. He out there slaying shit, Buffy the Vampire. He out there being Blade while we on the internet talking. This nigga really doing some free for them first and foremost. But that being said, what they mean in legal. So it's a legal vampire hunting business out there. Y'all gotta think about that wording. Thirdly, that I gotta say after this is vampires actually real? Cause obviously it's some shit I don't know about that they know, cause they out there hunting. And I'm gonna put this out there. I did a video a while back about an actual case that happened that the Supreme Court put out in 2005. It was about a young lady in the 1990s. She was a sex worker, and she happened to come across these Russians in New York. They end up kidnapping her because, come to find out, she was documenting and giving to the government real information about this underground vampiric empire that was going on in New York City. And then don't forget that we just got a man who just said he was kidnapped by dolphins to build an underground city, and come to find out that's not a hoax, that's not fake, it's a real location. He don't have no head trauma. So for people to say that these things, these mythical creatures is not real, where y'all think they got this from? You think we just making up? Hell no, on funnel grave, y'all. This think about, man, 2026 is crazy.
The VIP mountain goats.
The Food and Drug Administration has announced that nearly 90,000 bottles of children's ibuprofen have been recalled because of the possible presence of a foreign substance. The product in question, 4-ounce bottles of Strides Pharma Children's Ibuprofen oral suspension. The medicine was distributed nationwide, and the recall comes after complaints of a gel-like mass and black particles in the product. For more information, go to our website, today.com.
They want me to go across this motherfucking... Ain't no way. They got the garbage can here because they not getting a package. They want to take the bridge to Terra-fucking-Bithia, cuz.
I have a theory for the Oscars though.
Timothy Chalamet? Like that was his whole humiliation ritual. Like, did you see what happened during the show?
What happened?
So, yo, fam, first of all, obviously he didn't win anything. They put him front row stage, like first row with Kylie.
Yeah.
And whenever something was mentioned about ballet, so the first joke that Conan made was about ballet and like his thing, it panned to him. That was the first one. But when Sinners was doing a live performance, they cleared the stage and a ballerina came and did like a solo, and it panned to him again.
Wait, what about ballet in
Remember,
Timothy Chalamet?
Timothy Chalamet was like, oh, ballet. No one wants to see ballet and opera.
Oh,
yeah. So
he's getting canceled for that, right?
Yeah. So the Oscars made a fool of him, putting him front row, doing all these bits,
ballet,
doing all these bits to just think, yeah. And honestly, like, fam, it was a close race between Michael B. Jordan and Thing.
Oh, yeah.
That probably pushed Michael B. Jordan over the edge.
When he said like the ballet thing. Yeah, I guess.
But that was humiliation ritual. He's like, he even voiced the kind that I don't want to be here type thing.
Damn, he said that.
Yeah. Like there was lip readers that were doing like him and Kylie in the front row, and he was like, and Kylie's like, you're gonna be all right, don't worry.
Damn. A man just got detained for breaking into Area 51 at nighttime, and he told officers that he is a NASA contractor investigating a time anomaly. So this is obviously insane, but this newly released body cam footage is showing a man being detained by security after driving into a restricted zone near Area 51 in the middle of the night. And what he told officers is genuinely one of the wildest things ever caught on camera. Whenever they asked why he was there, the man claimed that he was a NASA contractor and said that he drove to the base because of a time dilation anomaly. Dude, he said it completely calmly, like he was giving a status report. He wasn't panicked or confused at all. He literally just straight up said, I'm here because of a time dilation anomaly.
Something about time travel or...
Not travel, dilate. It's experiencing this time multiple times.
Okay. Now, to be 100% clear, none of this has even been verified yet because there is no confirmation that he actually works for NASA, and a time dilation anomaly is obviously a wild statement. The footage is 100% completely real, the body cam is real, and the way that this man speaks is what's making it go viral right now because he doesn't sound like someone that's making things up. So the question is, was this guy out of his mind, or does he know something that nobody else does?
Бля, вода в ахуї, диви. Що робить? Бля, охуеть. Ладно. Бля, у меня открыто походу было.
One, I want you to watch this sky. I've not seen anything like that before, but that looks like a portal or a wormhole opening up, you all. It really does. Let me do this right here. I'm probably not going to get very many people watching. I would do a reel, but I know what they're going to do. The reel, I want you to watch the timestamp. As we go through this, I want you to watch it. I'll make it small so you can see it. I'm looking at some anomalies that are out here on the FAA in Hawaii, since they have absolutely terrible flooding happening. Let me flip this around. They got absolutely terrible flooding happening in Hawaii. The worst in 20 years. I mean, it is nonstop, and now we got something like a portal in the sky. This is the FAA, official FAA weather cam, weather.gov, FAA camera. I've been watching them. I would have done a reel, but I don't want them to say, sit tight while we work on your reel. No, we got to get this information out right away. Watch it. It's going to come on here, and they better not have moved it on us. There it is right there. Then it's gone. You see that? It's there right there. Right there at 22:45, 12:45, 3:22, right there. And then it totally disappears by the next camera. What do you think about that? Well, I'm doing it really fast. No, right there. That's right. Come on, let's get it. Looks like a wormhole. It looks like a wormhole on the FAA. I'm going to end this video. I don't want it to be too long, you all. I really don't. But no. They've got terrible, terrible flooding in Hawaii. And I'm thinking there's some kind of activity out there, some like UFO activity. And look at this right here. Right there. Have a wonderful evening. Share this.
What do you think's coming?
An upheaval the likes of which we have never experienced in our lifetimes.
We have the world famous polymath, Robert Edward Grant. How did you get to the point where you're doing the work you're doing, raising consciousness and decoding the nature of reality?
Wow. That's a good question. I was president of Allergan Medical at the time, which is a big pharma company, making products like Botox, a household name. And then I had a crisis in 2016. I started realizing, wait a minute, every time I get close to the edge, somehow there's always a rabbit. Maybe it's not so much that there's some magic thing here, but that it's all just predestined, as if we're living a script. The one, source creator, divides itself into the many for the joy of observing itself through our unique eyes of perspective. And the outer world around you is less of a universe and more of a you-inverse. Math without meaning is just information, but math with meaning can become divine communication. The past and the present determine the future, but the future determines the past and the present. It's a mathematical equation. By learning geometry, you start to move into higher consciousness. I get inside the Great Pyramid and I'm standing there. I had a flashback of being in an entirely different timeline. I haven't actually taken anyone through that before on a podcast.
So what does that mean?
Well, I'm about to take you down the rabbit hole.
Take us.
Please do. Okay.
Betty climbed Mount Fuji wearing this too.
They say in ancient times, they said they play those bells to keep demons away.
Right.
And, you know, all of the Catholic churches used to always ring those bells at a certain time every day. They don't do that no more.
Yeah, they
That's
actually.
a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, they actually said they destroyed all the bells because people used to go to church to get healed because they played healing frequencies.
For sure.
And they got rid of them because they didn't want people to understand how frequencies can heal.
I told you about that 783 frequency. I go to sleep to that. Y'all definitely check that out. That's the heartbeat of
frequency?
that's the heartbeat of the earth. That's what the earth surface, under the earth surface. It's what the earth surface. The human. I forgot what it's called.
Well, this is why the
Resonance,
CIA uses frequencies. They use hemisync with the gateway process.
And we're going to talk about why it's so hot. I'm going to come out and just say it. We have two suns. There's another sun facing towards Earth that we are just not being told about. And it has actually been well documented for the past 16 years now, which is the time frame when our binary system arrived. And yeah, the smaller sun, that's our sun. That giant monster sun to the left, that's the binary sun. No wonder it's so hot. I am seriously not kidding around. I wish I was, but yes, a binary solar system began to cross paths with our solar system 16 years ago, and ever since then there's been a large group of people working together to document this event. Now, when the binary system arrived, it was not uncommon for people to capture exactly this, which is two separate orbs of light, our two suns. And then around 2012 is when we documented that this bigger, brighter sun moved directly behind our suns. Like we have in this drawing by Sam Hoffman, it's our sun in front of the binary sun, in front of a massive gas giant planet called Immeru, which is responsible for holding the two solar systems together electromagnetically. And so it just got to where all we could see was our sun with a ring of illumination around it, behind it, coming from the illumination of the twin sun. And here is another example. And yes, this is why our sunlight looks so white now, because there is the intensity of two suns back to back facing towards Earth. The white area being our sunlight, and the yellow ring around it, illumination from the binary sun. And of course, this goes right along with everything that Samuel Hoffman has been saying and showing us, to the fact that there's another solar system close by Earth. I'm talking about just outside Earth's atmosphere. So yes, that means the planets fill our sky. That means most of what we see when we look up are the clouds and atmospheres of these other planets. That is why the sky looks so strange. It's not you know what. So fast forward to 2024, and that is when Samuel Hoffman declared that he believed our two suns had switched places. It was no longer our sun in front of the binary sun, but the other way around, the bigger, hotter binary sun in front of our sun. And that was based on visual documentation, as we could see the sun was just bigger, and as well as Earth. It was heating up faster than ever before. And then in 2025, we started to see captures like this being posted to our groups, where we are seeing a clear separation of the two suns. Here's another example. Again, the binary larger sun in front of our sun, and our sun is starting to separate from behind it. Here's another example. And here's one more. We've been expecting this all along, that at some point the two suns will have to separate as the two solar systems grow further and further apart. And that is what we are currently witnessing. We are past the halfway point. We're now watching them become further and further apart from each other day by day.
Looks like there's two suns. It's never done that before, but it's pretty cool. This is crazy. I have taken tons of pictures in this exact spot, and I have never seen this like this. I mean, my sunspots, you can see, are at the bottom of my screen there. So what is that? Oh my gosh, that is crazy. They rose up together because neither one of them were in that sky. I mean, just to show you, like, I am not full of it here. Here is this.
Well, it's official. Phoenix just had its earliest 100-degree day ever. And with temperatures at 101 in Phoenix, this also marks the warmest March day that we've ever had.
How early is this? How about 45 days? The average first date of 100 here in the Valley is May 2nd, so we're about 6 weeks early.
And right now in the month of March, we should be in the upper 70s or even 80 degrees here in Phoenix. So we're trending about 20 to 30 degrees warmer than where we should be.
What we're talking about is a historic heat dome, the most intense heat dome we've ever seen in the U.S. in spring. That polar plunge is moving out, and this monster heat dome is taking over. It's the strongest heat dome we've ever seen by far in our historical record. We've already broken 80 March records during the day on Wednesday. We're going to see a lot more on Thursday and Friday because it's going to get even hotter. Phoenix has only reached 100 one time during the month of March. They are likely to see 5 to 6 days in a row of 100 degrees. It is truly a behemoth heat dome. You can clearly see that clockwise wind flow, not even a cloud in the sky underneath it. That's how strong the sinking air is underneath this heat dome. That's why it heats up so much. That's why it heats up so much.
And I'm going to wrap up the video just showing you some examples of sun captures, just basically to also validate that this is a big reason as to why the sun has looked so different for so many years now. If you've been taking pictures and noticed that the sun has been changing, it has everything to do with us having two suns as well as multiple planets clipping into the sunlight, causing all sorts of distortions. It's not a simulator. It's not a man-made situation. They got to pass it off as somehow and make it seem normal when it's anything but. And of course, don't forget, every Saturday at 3 o'clock Central, we'll be going live on YouTube for the Citizen Science Podcast. It's the one and only Twin Solar System podcast, especially one that features Samuel Hoffman. I mean, he really only talks to one outlet of people, and that would be us. So we're fortunate to have him join us every Saturday. We'll be going over the latest in regards to the appearance of our sky, the sun, the clouds, as well as the weather and the heat, etc. So I would love to see you there under the Nibiru Followers Anonymous YouTube channel. I look forward to seeing you guys. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.
Those toilets hit different.
Oscar, pero esos platos que le pedían hacer a usted, ¿qué características tenían?
Todos los platos eran solo carne. No llevaban ni papa, ni habichuela, ni arroz. Llevaban adobos y marinadas. Todas llevaban marinadas. Pero es que el objetivo de la carne no es el emplatado. El objetivo de la carne es el espíritu que usted pone a que lo proteja a usted. No hay respeto a la muerte, ni respetan el desecho humano que queda tampoco.
Es decir, las personas que pagaban ese dinero, que iban a ese restaurante, lo hacían con pleno conocimiento de la carne que iban a consumir.
Los que compraban el gramaje, sí. Los que consumían en la calle, que eran los ñeros, no tenían ni idea.
¿Y ese restaurante funcionaba como un restaurante normal, con una carta donde usted puede elegir su plato, o era el mismo plato para todo el mundo?
Era el mismo plato para todo el mundo. Eso era... Y tenían cierto tiempo, y habían rezos, y habían rituales. El restaurante era un restaurante con blindaje satánico, con poder de invisibilidad. En realidad era hechicería, brujería y espiritismo invocando al demonio. Dios te salve María, te amo María. No era el plato,
era un tema de comer.
No era la carne en salsa de maracuyá, con camarones y langostinos, no, eso no existe.
Era simplemente un tema
de ritual. Era,
ritual.
Era la carne
espiritual,
sudada. La carne sudada. Cada vez que usted diga una grosería, yo era muy grosero y gracias a Dios pues ya no las digo, pero no tan seguido, porque me tocó 3 años con brujos que a toda hora maldicen. O sea, en realidad el sabor no había tiempo. No había tiempo, era algo tan ridículo. Podían escoger el brujo, porque iban brujos de la guerrilla, brujos de los paramilitares, brujos, y vendían el blindaje. ¿Sabes qué es blindaje? Blindaje es que usted puede entrar a un banco a robar y no lo ve la policía y si le no entran la...
Oscar, usted duró 3 años metido en un hueco en el Bronx, como en un sótano.
Sí, sí.
¿Y ahí tenía la cocina?
Sí.
¿Y ahí usted despachaba la carne para todo el mundo desde ahí?
No,
desde
el ritual se hacía conmigo ahí.
Pero lo que sobraba para los otros habitantes de calle...
Eso sí, ya. Yo vine a saberlo fue después.
Que lo que sobraba
se repartía, sí, claro, porque decían, y lo de los chicos, y lo de los ñeritos.
Because the CIA declassified a lot of documents.
Oh yeah, they did.
They said that they have a machine that they came out that it takes people's energy. And you really think about it, bro. It's probably look at the forbidden fruit.
Yeah, bro.
They got the forbidden apple in the back.
You speaking some real shit.
They taking everybody's energy like that, bro. Because honestly, there be times I'll be on my bed just doom scrolling, I feel tired. So it's just like
it steals your energy.
Yeah. So it's like it's just kind
of it steals your like good energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you're left with like bad energy.
Yeah.
You know? The worst thing you could do in the morning is doom scroll.
Yeah.
And if you wake up and then start doing that, you're
and it feels like you just have unnecessary thoughts in your head.
Yeah.
The only way you know a person is not possessed when they always the same. Right? If you give them something, thank you, appreciate it. You make them mad, thank you, appreciate it. They not possessed. And listen, possession is having control of your emotions. That means you're not possessed. When you lose control of your emotions, like we were saying earlier, when you don't align them and you let them control you, you're now possessed. Who in the world not moving off their feelings? Everybody in the world, that's how I feel. So everybody in the world possessed. A lot of people don't know. That's what's deep about it, right? And it's just part of the human brain that's sad but true, right? Because like a lot of people that's living nowadays don't know that they possess, right? Because they had their memories. You still have your memories, but you don't have control of your body, right? People do say, I don't know why I did that. Because their reaction time is slow. Because you kick in too slow. Because you are fully possessed. A lot of people, it don't kick in. I know niggas that'll kill you, pow, 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 pow. Never think about it. It never kick in. The real you never kick in. So the whole time you possessed by this lower level entity that we all know and call the devil. But if that same entity can take over the same body, but in a good way, them two entities gotta be connected.
Okay, so watch this coming up. This is a good one. Watch, trust me, folks. See that coming up? See that? Whoa, right? Thought it was another car. Thought it was like the headlights to another car, right? I mean, that's what I thought. And then all of a sudden, boom. Look at that, folks. Watch this. Look at that. I mean, that's crazy if you ask me. I mean, this is an obvious one. This is a UFO, right? Look at this. Look at that. That's what you call an otherworldly craft right there. I mean, I doubt that's, reverse engineered by our corporation, the military and stuff like that, because the way it maneuvered, how fast it just turned off the road, right? The inertia would have splattered a human being's bones like jello, right? Look at that. Look at that. That's obvious. I'm calling UFO, y'all. Look at that. What are y'all calling? What do you think? Let me know.
Time to leave the universe.
¿Cuál es el tipo de cliente que más se acerca a ti?
Los que tienen problemas de amor.
Ok.
Pero no saben que tienen problemas de amor. Ni siquiera saben que es amor. Sí, tienen un apego tremendo hacia una persona, ¿no? Siempre se les hace tratar de entrar en razón, de decirles, mira, hay que trabajar primero en ti, ¿no? Porque lo que tú quieres te va a traer esta consecuencia, ¿no? Aquí sí tengo una historia bastante complicada de un amarre.
A ver.
Esta es una persona que llegó porque su marido se fue y le habló claro, le dijo, ya no te quiero, necesito el divorcio. Ella, no, mira, vamos a intentarlo. Dijo, yo lo intenté, pero ya no. O sea, te vi con otro y ¿sabes qué? No me dolió el verte, sino me dolió el no sentir nada. Me dijo, necesito que nos separemos. No, que total que el hombre se fue, la dejó y ella vino hacia mí y me dijo, es que no quiere regresarle. Y yo le tendí las cartas y le dije, pues es que él ya no quiere. La relación está irremediablemente rota. No te quiere y ni siquiera hay otra persona. Se le terminó el amor, o sea, ya se desgastó. No, pero vamos a hacer algo. Y muy necia. Yo le dije, pues vamos a tratar de acercarlo para que sea real. Porque si yo te hago un amarre ahorita no se puede, porque el amarre amarra la situación actual. Y la situación actual era hostil. Entonces, ¿qué iba a pasar? Él iba a regresar peleando todo el tiempo, queriéndose ir, no podía, o sea, ¿sabes? Dije, no te puedo hacer eso. Un amarre no es así.
¿Qué?
Me dijo, bueno, pues acércalo. Le dije, y acercándolo, tú haces la demás chamba. Para mí, mi trabajo corona cuando él regresa y trata de hablar contigo. Si tú lo vuelves a asustar, pues ya, porque también era bien tóxica y bien complicada la señora, muy intensa. Y pues bueno, me dijo, bueno, sí, total que nada, ¿no? Y te soy honesta, no funcionaban. Le dije, pues es que está negado, ya no me pagues porque ya no quiero un pacto. Le dije, no sabes ni lo que estás diciendo. No, sí quiero un pacto. Le dije, mira, estas cosas vienen a ser un contrato. Y tú tienes hijos. Piénsalo. No me importa. Yo quiero que él regrese. Como sea, pero que esté conmigo. Le dije, piénsalo. Mira, cuando se hace un pacto, se hace un trabajo donde salen los días determinados, aproximados, que se va a dar este trabajo. De momento caen como en números como nones, ¿no? Puede ser 7, 9, 11, 13 días, ¿no? Días, ¿eh? O sea, si yo digo, no manches, o sea, primero se hace un trabajo para ver si la persona es candidata para un pacto.
Para poder hacer el pacto.
Ajá, primero se hace uno para ver si eres candidata, a ver si estas cosas tienen algo que tú, o sea, quieren algo que tú tengas y les interese, porque si no les interesa, pues nada más no hay modo, ¿eh? Y pues resultó que sí, ¿no? Según lo que yo vi, pues se iban a cobrar con parte de su salud, ¿no? Tanto de ella como de la persona que iban a regresar. Pero yo siempre les he dicho, no confíes, son los reyes de la burla, son los grandes mentirosos, yo lo he visto, no lo hagas. No, pues sí, le dije, bueno, fírmame que yo no tengo nada que ver, que yo te advertí, porque yo sé lo que viene, ¿no?
Y cuando dices fírmame, ¿te refieres a literalmente en un papel?
En un papel, sí, un documento, porque sí te metes en problemas donde no, por todo lo que pasa. Aunque la brujería no está así, ay, señor juez, me brujió, pues no, pero por cualquier cosa, yo siempre he dicho, ¿no? Y obviamente esto se firma, pues sí se firma con sangre, ¿no? De ciertas cosas que se hacen, se firma. Ella vino hasta mi casa, tu casa,
gracias,
a firmar. Porque pues yo le dije, eso es presencial, no puede ser de larga distancia, tienes que venir.
Claro.
No, pues sí, que se hizo el primer recinto, todo bien, el segundo. No me gustó algo que vi porque tocaban parte inocente. Y yo se lo dije.
¿Por sus hijos?
Yo le dije, hay algo que no me gusta y va por el lado inocente. No, yo los voy a proteger, tú no te preocupes, ya están bautizados, ellos ya los protegí, les voy a poner su cadenita de San Benito. Le dije, ok, dije, mujer, eso no cae aquí porque tus oraciones no son escuchadas, no lo entiendes. Desde el momento que estás viniendo a verme, tus oraciones del techo se regresan. No hay modo de vínculo de llegar allá porque toda esta, yo siempre les digo, esta banda fresa de Dios, las vírgenes, los ángeles, los santos, esos güeyes no voltean a verte porque eres un simple mortal. No tienes que labrar toda una vida para que ellos digan, bueno, ¿sabes? Pero los demonios y las cosas energéticas negativas están a la orden del día de, llámame, ¿no? Entonces, pues se hace, necia. Un día el hombre se compromete y dice, va a hacer una fiesta para presentar a su nueva mujer. Y ella se entera, no, que es que el pacto no funcionó. Le dije, cálmate.
And you're watching the airport getting further and further away. And that's a wrap on this episode, FOOOOL. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash the subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.